Okay, guys. This right here, that's your throw-out bearing in your clutch pressure plate. Now, there's a snap ring. I got the snap ring out. What I used is I use a straight. I use a straight neck or a straight pin snap ring plier, and snap ring comes out. Now, I thought that I would have had to get my hydraulic press to take this out, but as you see, it comes right out. Okay, and there's the two little sections, like the two little ears there, where it just slips right through. Now, my bearing spins freely. My bearing's cool. I did order one of these because what I wanted to do, I ordered one on eBay because what I wanted to do is I wanted to keep this in the old pressure plate, and I wanted to get the new one for the new pressure plate. Now, what I did accidentally is I accidentally canceled the order because I was having trouble with the company. May have put that down. Matter of fact, I'm still having trouble with the company that I bought the heavy duty clutch springs off of. I still haven't got those yet. Because they were dragging their feet with shipping them, and which they're shipped now, but the company's in New Jersey. They're still in New Jersey, so they probably shipped them with economy shipping as usual. That's usually what I get. That's my luck. So I thought I was canceling those springs because I also found them on Dennis Kirk. I was going to order them off of Dennis Kirk. Dennis Kirk ships like that. They ship the same day, and that's what I thought. I canceled here. I canceled this through Big Dog Parts instead. And these are $121. That's what they want for this. That's what Big Dog wants for this. They want $121. So I got it out. It comes out real easy, but you have to have those straight necked snap ring pliers, and yeah, it comes out. It comes out real easy. It spins freely. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of wheel bearing grease in here before I put it in. I mean, you don't have to do that. So I did get the new pressure plate. Here it is. Here's the old one. Now the front's a little different. So excuse me. That just drops right in there. Okay, then what we're going to do, so that it doesn't come out on me. Oh, you know what? I can't. I thought I was going to be able to turn it in there. I can't. That's what the back looks like. Now let me clean my snap ring. Now I'm going to try not to break this because I don't know if I can get another one of these. I don't think it's going to break. I hope not. So let me see if I can position you guys where you're going to see this. You know what? We have to get our other one, guys. And you know what? I hope. See, I had a set of these. I don't know where the hell they are. I have these. guys. You know, man. Oh, you know what? I do have one of those. I do have an Enzy. There we go. Now we're navigating, guys. Now we're talking. Okay. Snap rings in. Don't try to do this without a snap ring set, guys. Okay? Nice and flush in there. If you want, you can even give that ring in there a little tap. So make sure it's in place. I think it's in place. I think we're cool. Okay. Does she spin nice? Yeah, see? It spins real nice. And we'll get some of our high temperature red wheel bearing grease, and we'll stick it in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pick to stick the grease in there, guys. That's a little too much. This will probably all wash out anyway, but you never know. Maybe it'll stay in there. I'm not leaving all that in there. I'm going to get that excess out. Let's put some in the back too. I do have this on the push rod, which it's still there. I put it on like 2-3 years ago, and it's still, this red grease is still inside there. Okay, there we go. Now let's take the excess out. Wish I had a throwaway rag. I hate to use this one here. Here's a Kleenex. Okay. I'm surprised that went so easy. All right. Now, as we're going to do now, we're waiting on our clutch springs. And we can assemble. Now, I'm not putting the 9 back in, guys. I'm not putting in the here, let me move this before I get this on something. I'm not putting the 9 plate back in. I'm putting the 12 plate back in. But what I'm going to do is I'm using the fibers from the 9 disc, and I'll have to add a few more, to make up the difference from the 12. That's what I'm going to do. Because I've read good things and I've read bad things about the 9, about the good old 9 system, the 9 disc clutch. I've read good things and bad things about them. Let me put my tools, let me put all these snap rings. See, what I did is I bought a set because I have two of these. I have two sets of these, but I don't know where the hell they are. So I bought this on Amazon. You can't beat Amazon. All right, let me put these away. Okay. And the way it's going to go in is the sharp side toward the bike, and the real thick plate got to go in first. The real thick steel got to go in first. That we all know. Now, what I want to do is I want to measure these are the plates, these are the frictions from the 12. Okay, I'm doing this in millimeters. I'm reading about 2.5. Now, this is one of the ones from the 9. You know what? They're about the same, guys. 2.5. That's amazing. That amazes me. That I didn't think. I thought there would be some wear on them. And I'm doing it. I'm not doing it in the groove. I'm doing it on the face of these boys here. Yeah. That is amazing. That surprises the crap out of me. I mean, I'm gonna still use these discs from the 9 because they're newer. I tell you, that's some crazy crap right there. That is absolutely crazy. Now I'm gonna have to. Here's one that looks like it's worn. This one looks like it's worn a little bit. Okay, you can tell that one worn. Let's measure this one here. Yeah, this is down to 2.3. So let's put this boy aside. I'm not going to bore you guys with going through every single one of these. So let me click you guys off, and I'm going to put a clutch pack together. I'm gonna put a 12 disc together, and then we'll measure it once I'm done. All right. I got my clutch pack put together, including that one thick one that goes in first. And this is in inches. Make sure we're not in the groove. 1.966. Now, the 9 plate, let's get this worn out one here. Same thing, 1.966. That's the thickness of the whole clutch pack. Or it's also called the clutch height, the clutch pack height. You know, I'll tell you guys, I've had trouble since I've installed that 9 disc. I've had trouble with it. That's why I'm going back to the 12. I don't care if I have a hard time finding neutral. I just don't give a damn. Now, the whole purpose of putting that thick one in first, okay, that's this boy right here. This is the 3.1 millimeter one. Or in inches, it's 1.20. I showed you guys the inside of that clutch basket before. There's those teeth in back. That clutch clutch basket is called a no back clutch basket. It doesn't have a back to it. So what's beyond that is the inner primary. But what that has in back is that has teeth that holds this in place. Now, the reason why they want you to put a thick one in first, because this is a stronger one. If you put, let's say, for instance, you put a fiber in first. What do you think is going to happen to that fiber when you have the pressure of the clutch engaging? It's going to probably bend it, and you're going to wind up, that's going to wind up either breaking, shattering, you're not going to have a clutch at all, or your clutch is going to slip extremely. So that's why you put the thick metal one in first, because this is going to hold your clutch from bowing in and from not working, basically. That's why they want you to put the thick one in first. Now, what we have here in this 12 setup is there's one that's stepped down a little bit. What I mean by that is there's a metal that's a little thicker. It's thinner than that one that goes in first, and it's thicker than all the rest of them. Okay, we're going to put this boy in second. This one here is 0.079. In millimeters, it's 2 millimeter. Now your normal metals on the 12, in millimeter, they're, oh, you know what, they are 2 millimeter. Why did I think these things, you know, for some reason these things look like they're thicker, boy. Okay, there's 2 millimeters. I just noticed that. I didn't know that before. So I don't know if you guys can see this one here and this one here. See how thicker they are? So I got a 3 millimeter that goes in first. Then we got these 2 millimeters. And then you got the okay, let's do this one here. This is 1.17. One 1.4, 1.4, and then you got the thin ones. All the rest of them are thin. Okay, that's 1.4. So let's see if we can. Let's see what's going on here with these guys, man. Yeah, okay. These look like they're all 1.4s, or I'll do it in fraction inches for you guys. Or not in fractions. We'll read it in inch. .58, 0.58 or 59. Same. This is 0.54 or 45. I should say it's a little thinner. We got the 0.57, 57. Boy, these things stick like glue, boy. 0.57. Same as that one. So what I'm going to have to do is, I mean, that little fraction of an inch, I don't think that's going to really matter. Is this the one that's thin? No, that's a 5.7. 5.7. Okay, this is the thinnest one right here. This one here is 0.045. And all the rest of them, except for 3, are 0.057 or 5.8. Okay. And then you have this guy here. This is 0.080. And I got another one of those. And then you have the thick boy. Come here, boy. You have 0.120. So what we're going to do is, this is the thick one. This got to go in first. Then we're going to put a fiber. Then we're going to put the runner-up, which is the next to thickest. Then a fiber, and then another one of them, those runner-ups, I call them. And this is the thinnest one. This one here, we're going to put on last. Or I just wonder. I mean, you could even feel the thing. It even feels like. It even feels like it's thin, guys. See, your total has to be, you know what, I should write this down so I don't forget it. Your total clutch pack thickness okay has to be 1.968. Or 1.96, we'll call it. Now, I want to maintain having the 12. But what I'd like to do, I'd like to get rid of as many thin discs as many of the thin steel that I have, and put those thick steel plates in there. Then I'll have a strong ass clutch that'll last me a long time. So let me see if I can put this guy together. Let me see if I can put this boy together. And then I'll click this back on. All right, guys, I wound up sticking to the original plan. I have a total thickness here of 1.96. So what we have here is we have a beginning one. We have a thick one. Then we have the step down, which is just a little thinner. I think that's a 3 millimeter. Then we have a 2 millimeter, another 2 millimeter, and then we have the thin metals. And we end on a fiber. So this is how it has to go. You know, naturally we have to make sure the steel plates have the sharp edge going into the bike. But this is my setup right here. This is how we're going to set her up. And we're back to 1.966. So this is our height. I have to go through these one more time because I think I mixed up. I think I put that worn down disc in here, but I'll go through that before I put it back in. What I wanted to do is I wanted to have as many of the thick ones as I possibly can, but that's the best as it's going to get right there. And like I said, once I get this assembled, I should have. It should hook up like nobody's business. So, all right. I'm waiting on my springs, and we're going to also use Type F automatic transmission fluid in place of the Spectra oil that I've been using. Also, I want to show you guys one more thing that is better with this hardened pressure plate. Okay, right now this is the old pressure plate. We put the what the hell is this thing called here? I think this is called the it's either called I think it's called the pressure plate tension plate. Okay, this is the plate seat ring that it sits on. Okay, this goes in here like that. And then that goes on here. And then here's your locking ring. Now, look how that sits in there. It's a little lower than the other pressure plate. So let's get the other one. Here's the face of it. That's the face right there. So that's going to sit like that, which the ring sits up a little higher. So it sits up a little higher. You know, and so what that's going to mean is, even with stock springs, there's going to be a little bit more pressure on the pressure plate. We're going to have to yeah, I think that's what that'll do. That'll put a little bit more pressure on your. So basically, it'll make your clutch stronger having this new hardened pressure plate. For the simple reason is it's going to sit up this tension plate here is going to sit up higher. Look at that once more. Okay, that's where it's sitting right there. Now let's put it in the old one. Man, it's warming up around here, thank God. Thank God it's warming up. So by having that sit up higher, once we put our once we put the retaining ring on, then you bolt it, and then the springs go over the bolts. Since this is going to be higher, it's going to push your springs in a little bit more, and it's going to put more tension on this. It's going to basically put more force on it. It'll put more grab on your clutch, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I think it's going to do, which is it's a fantastic thing. So it's not even the fact that this is hardened, but the fact that they made this rise here a little bit more is going to help out tremendously. So probably with the 9, it probably won't slip no more with the 9. But I'm going to keep the 12 in. Just because the I think more friction plates are better, guys. That's what I think. That's what I think. So, all right, we're going to have to wait for the springs to come in, and before I close this up, I'm going to move my clutch handle. So I want to see if this disengages.